everyone, it's Adri here, and I would like to welcome you back to my little corner of the internet, Adri's Corner. If you enjoy cash budgeting, cash stuffing, vlogs, and lifestyle videos, then I am your gal. Feel free to stick around and watch this video to see if you like it, and if you do, feel free to like and subscribe to join the family, and without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty, so today, as you can see, we're going to be doing my paycheck budget breakdown and cash stuffing for my second check in August. Whoa. What? In October. So for income, we're working with my part-time as usual, and that this week was $267.87. Actually, $267.82. Correction. So that is our total that we're working with this week. And as far as expenses goes, I just have two expenses this week. I'm going to be doing a partial car payment as well as paying my Capital One credit card. So let me go ahead and list those two expenses here. And Capital One. And that Capital One payment is going to be $30. And then for my I'm all tongue-tied today. For my partial car payment, I'm going to be doing $125. All right, and both of those, I'm just going to say those are due today, which will be the 11th. And let's go ahead and add up these two expenses, get the total, and then minus that total from the income to see how much we have remaining for our cash dividers. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have 125 plus 30, that gives us 155 as a total. And if we minus that from the 267.82, the 155 from that, let's see how much we have left over. So that's 267.82 minus 155, and that leaves us with 112.82. All right, perfect. Now we get to move on to our cash dividers, or cash envelopes as some people call them. As always, let me go ahead and write down all of my categories for my cash dividers, play my theme song, and I'll be right back. So play the theme song. Alrighty, so we have all of those categories written down, so let's go ahead and divvy up this 112.82 between all of the categories. So how many times can I say categories in a row? Alrighty, so as far as categories go, I just did it again. Oh well. The first one is toiletries. I'm just going to put 0 for that because I'm all set. Gas is going to get 35 instead of 30. I noticed the prices are starting to tick back up again in my area, so that's going to be a 20, a 10, and a 5. Groceries is going to get the usual 30. And that's going to be 2 10s and 2 5s. Fur baby is going to get her usual 15. Got to make sure my cat is good. So that's a 10 and a 5. Eating out is getting 0. Spending 0, and blessings unfortunately 0. So let's go ahead and add up these three, get that total, and minus it from the 112.82 to see how much we have left over. So we have 35 plus 30 plus 15, and that gives us 80 as the total. And then we're going to go ahead and minus that from the 112 to see how much we have left over. So 112.82 minus 80, and that leaves us with 32.82. Alrighty, perfect. So now we get to move on to my debt and savings section. It's not really a savings challenges situation, so I don't even know if I should even sing that song anymore. Maybe I'll come up with something different.
1 minute later.
It's time to move on to the savings. We gonna save. We gonna save today. That probably was really corny, but I'll come up with something better eventually. So as far as savings go, I am going to try to, within each pay period, put a little bit aside, even if it means it's like $5 or $1, or this week, which is going to be, I believe, 10 is what I'm putting aside. I just want to try to build back up my savings as much as I can, build upon the emergency savings that I got from the 106 that you saw I saved from the savings challenges, and just try to build it from there, because inflation is getting pretty crazy, so it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of a nest building. So I'm going to try to do that within each pay period if I can, fingers crossed. And yeah, so for this week, with that said, I'm going to be putting $10 towards my savings account. I do have a Capital One savings, and that's a high yield, so that's my emergency fund, and I just want to try to fund that in. So if I can, of course. It's not a guaranteed each week, so we're gonna put $10 for that, and that's just gonna be a $10 bill. And then as far as my sinking funds go, I did mention last time that my family is trying to go to Disney in November for my nephew's birthday, and haven't been on a vacay in a while, in a couple of years actually, and I just wanted to be able to go and be with family. And thankfully I'm in Florida, so we don't have to pay for like plane tickets or anything to get to the Orlando area, which is great. But I do have to have the other expenses covered, like my partial payment for the Airbnb that we're going to be renting. I am trying to do that within each check, put a little bit aside for that. So with that said, vacation in my sinking funds binder is going to get 20, and that's just going to be a $20 bill. So now we're going to go ahead and add up these two, minus it from the 3282 to see how much we have for a buffer, and then balance it all out to reach a zero-based budget. So let's do that. So we have 20 and 10. So I don't know if you saw that 10 right here. So that's obviously 30. So we're going to minus that from 3282. And that leaves us with 282, which will be the buffer. And what I will do now is get that total, which will be 1282. If I add up this section right here, the 10 and the 2. So that means the remaining from the 3282, if I minus that from 1282, will be 20. Is this making sense? I hope it is. So we have 3282 minus the 1282, $20. So that's how I got that. And then of course, since 20 minus 20, that's the only total for the sinking funds. If you minus 20 from 20, that gives us a zero-based budget because there's no more money remaining. So that means every dollar has a job, which we like to see, because you always want to be in a situation where you know where your money is going instead of trying to figure out where your money went. So that's the whole point of budgeting. If you're new to this channel or new to the budgeting community, that's the whole point of just making sure that you're on a budget. Budget doesn't always mean that you're struggling. Of course, if you look at other videos, you can see that there are some people who are not struggling. God bless them. May they forever not have to struggle. But for some of us, this is what keeps us sane while we're in the struggle bus situation. Budgeting has allowed me to stay sane even in the face of low income. So let's go ahead and move on. So now, as always, I'm going to go through each section and see how much of each see how much of each denomination I need, and I'm going to tally it right here on the bottom and get those numbers, write them on a piece of paper, get to the bank, get that money in that cheddar, and come back so I can stuff it. But let me go ahead and see how much of each bill that I need. So for 20s, I am looking at my sheet and I only need 2 from the gas and the vacation section. So I'm going to put 2 tallies in the 20s and put a number 2 right here. For 10s, I need a couple of more of those. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm going to put 5 tallies, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and a number 5 down here. Then I'm going to need, let's see how many 5s, like 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 tallies and a number 4. And I don't need any 1s, so we are good in that department. So now I'm just going to write these denominations, or this amounts of each bill that I need, on a piece of paper, get to the bank, get that money in a cheddar, and I'll be right back. To the bank. Guys, how many times do I have to forget to put the total to withdraw on my sheets? I don't know how many times, but I'm frustrated myself. So the total to withdraw this week is going to be 110. And by the way, we are back from the bank, so let me go ahead and put my money on over so you can shoot us money. So let's do that. Bam! You guys remember that old Chef Emerald? They used to just be like, bam, bam, bam. I'll put a clip so you can see. I got the shmoney right here, as you can see. Let's go ahead and bring out Callie the Coin Collector and Mr. Banks the Copper King, along with my wallet. And as you know, these two get all of my coins each week. So let's go ahead and see in my wallet if I have any coins left over, and I'm pretty sure I do. So let me go ahead and take out my dividers and also bore you guys about Fetch again. I do have my receipts in here that I need to fetch. If you don't know what Fetch is, as always, Fetch is an app where you can scan your receipts like this. Those receipt scans turn into points, and those points turn into gift cards. And they have gift cards for everything. So as always, even if I don't mention it, which I usually always do, I always have it linked in my description box down below, as well as displayed across the screen. So get on Fetch if you haven't. So it's pretty helpful. And as you can see, I got a good amount of coins. Got silvers and coppers, which is great. So let's go ahead and take out all the coppers and put it in Mr. Banks. And put all the silvers in Callie. And she's getting filled really, really nicely. So that's great to see. Can't wait to count that at the end of the year. Alrighty, put the dividers probably to the side right here. And let's go ahead and count the shmoney to make sure that we weren't gypped from the bank. We're working with 110, so let's make sure that's what we have. So we have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110. Perfect. So we have all the shmoney, and now as always, I'm going to lay it all out in an organized manner, play my theme song, and I'll get right back to stuff it. Play the theme song. Alrighty, perfect. So we are all stuffed. Well, not stuffed. We are all organized so that we can stuff. So let's go through the categories. So as I said before, toiletries is getting nothing. Gas is getting 35 because again, gas is kind of ticking its way back up. I don't know why, who told the gas to pipe back up again, but it needs to pipe back down. So how are you guys doing with gas in y'all area? Is it starting to creep back up again too? Or is it chilling where it has been for the past month or so? Let me know down below. So we have the 35, so that's 20, 30, and 5. Groceries gets its usual 30, and that's 2 10s and 2 5s. So we have 2 10s here and 2 5s. So that's 10, 20, 25, and 30. Then we have Fur Baby, my lovely cat. I'll insert a picture so you can see her. I think you guys haven't seen her in a while. And she gets 15, so that's 10 and 15. And eating out, like I said before, nothing. Blessings, unfortunately nothing. Tips and back to the bank gets nothing. I wish I could bring something back to the bank. Ooh, wait, no, I am bringing something back to the bank. It's just not going to be the bank that I withdrew from. It's going to be another bank account. Okay, scratch that. So we are taking something back to the bank. The $10 for my emergency fund. So that's going in deposit. Perfect. Let me go ahead and grab my wallet, and these dividers go behind here like so. And we are all ready to tackle the rest of the week. And now with this lonely 20 bucks over here, I have my savings binder, or not my savings binder, my sinking funds binder, low priority. Actually, all my binders are very low priority at this moment. So yeah. Let me go to my vacation funds, which is back here, and add in the 20, as well as write it on my little index card so I can keep track. So I added in another 20, so my balance now is $40, which is great. So let's go ahead and write that on here. So 10, 11. Disney plus 20 equals 40. You're able to see that right there. And we're gonna go ahead and add that back in here so we can keep track. And please pray for me, y'all, that I do not have to dip into this and that it stays up, up, up. So that is the goal. And without further ado, let's go on to the outro. Alrighty, there you have it. Another week, another cash stuffing. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are seeing that there are some of us that's on the struggle bus, but we're making it happen and we're making it work. And I hope you guys get a little bit of motivation to keep stuffing, even if it means that it's just $1 at a time, $5 at a time. That's how I started off, and that's probably what I'm gonna revert back to, and not get so caught up in putting like 20 bucks at a time. Like if I can put away 10, if I could put away 5, I could put away 2, then that's what I'm gonna do. And I hope you guys are also gonna try to do the same, because that's what life is all about. It's about trying, maneuvering, seeing if you can accomplish different things. And if you can't, just take a breath, sit back, and pivot. Pivot a little so that you can see if you can accomplish your goals in another way. So, as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below how you guys are doing. How is inflation treating you guys? Is it kicking your butt like it's kicking mine? And go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Subscribe to join the fam, and turn that post notification bell on so that you're aware of when I post my videos. And as always, stay grateful, stay motivated, and grab your little bits and pieces of happiness from wherever you can. And I'll see you right back here in my little corner of the internet, Adri's Corner. Bye, guys.